Hi, hello, this is Giri, teaching 10th Mathematics, the chapter Sets. Introduction to important concepts of the chapter is how to represent a set. We know that what is a set so far, and we know how to represent a set. Now, what are the different ways that a set may be represented? How to represent a set? What are the different ways? The first is roster form. Roster form. Roster form means writing a set by listing out all its elements is called roster form. It is also called as list form. For example, A is equal to set 1, 2, 3. We wrote all the elements that belong to A. Therefore, it is roster form. Set B is equal to set A, E, I, O, U. Again, we wrote all the elements that belong to B. Therefore, it is called roster form. This is also called list form. And the second method is set builder form. Set builder form means writing a set by the characteristic property of the elements. If we write any set not by listing the elements but by writing its characteristic property of the elements, it is called set builder form. It is also called as rule form. Look at this example. B is equal to, here in the first case in roster form you wrote B is equal to set A, E, I, O, U. Here in this roster form we wrote B is equal to A, E, I, O, U. We listed all the elements that belong to B. Therefore, it is list form or roster form. But whereas in this case, you wrote B is equal to X such that X is an vowel in English alphabet. In English alphabet, what are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U are vowels. You listed all the objects or all the elements, therefore it is roster form. But here, you wrote the condition or you wrote the property of the elements, therefore it is set builder form. X such that, you should read like this as X such that X is an vowel in English alphabet. By writing this, we wrote the property of the elements that belong to this set. If we write the property of the elements of a set, then this is called set builder form, or it is also called as rule form. And the other form of representing a set is Venn diagram. By drawing a closed curve, you can represent a set by drawing a closed curve. Generally, you can represent sets by drawing circles. You see, example A is equal to set 1, 2, 3, 4. We draw a circle and we named it as A, therefore it is set A. And what are the elements that belong to the circle? That belong to the interior of the circle? 1, 2, 3 and 4. These 4 are the elements of the set A. But whereas if you look at 5, 5 does not belong to the circle. It is away from the circle. Therefore 5 is not an element of A. These are the different ways in which you can represent a set. Now, we just come across set builder form or rule form, and the other case is roster form or list form. Now let us change from one form to the other. Here in the first bit, let us write the following sets in set builder form. Means we have given a set in list form or in roster form. Now you have to write this roster form into set builder form. How to change? You can see. Now look at these elements. 3, 6, 9, 12. These are the elements. Now what is the relation between the elements? 3 is one element, second element is 6, third element is 9 and the fourth element is 12. 3 ones is 3, 3 twos is 6, 3 threes is 9 and 3 fours are 12. Therefore, these are nothing but the multiples of 3. Since these 4 are the multiples of 3, I just mentioned 3x such that x belong to set of natural numbers. Means start from 1. Means 3 into 1, 3 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 into 4. Here, if you look at this, you can observe 3x such that x belong to n and x is less than 5. Now what are the natural numbers less than 5? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Therefore substitute x is equal to 1. 3 into 1 is 3. 3 2s 6. 3 3s 9. 3 4s 12. Therefore you can write 3, 6, 9, 12. The set 3, 6, 9, 12 which is in list form as 3x such that x belong to natural numbers and x is less than 5. Here you use symbols to represent this. You can write in words also x such that x is first 4 multiples of 3. Now second one. The set 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. You see 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4, 2 power 5. Therefore, it is 2 power x such that x belong to set of natural numbers and x is less than 6. Means 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4, 2 power 5. You should not write 2 power 6. 2 power 5 is 32. 2 power 4 is 16. 2 cube is 8. 2 square is 4 and 2 power 1 is 2. Therefore, we wrote this list form into rule form. You can write this in words also. X such that x is the first 5 powers of 2. Another question. The set 5, 25, 125 and 625. These are the powers of 5 is 5 power 1, 5 square, 5 cube, 5 power 4. 5 power x such that x belong to n and x is less than 5. You can write in words also x such that x is the first 5 powers of 5. Another question. Set of 1, 4, 9 and so on 100. 1 is 1 square, this is 2 square, this is 3 square and this is 10 square. Therefore, these are the squares of all natural numbers up to 10. X square such that x belong to n set of natural numbers and x is less than 11. Now, what are the natural numbers less than 11? Generally, they are from 1 to 10. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square up to 10 square. These are the numbers. Therefore, you can write this also as x such that x is a square of first 10 natural numbers. In all these 4 cases, we have given the set in roster form or in list form. We change this roster form into rule form, or it is also called as set builder form. Write the following sets in roster form or list form. Now look at the first question. X is such that x is a natural number less than 6. Then what are the natural numbers less than 6? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here this is the property of the element that belong to this set. We listed all the elements that satisfy that property. Therefore, this is rule form as you wrote the rule, and this is the list form as you list out all the elements. Second one. X is such that x is a 2-digit natural number whose sum of digits is 8. 2-digit natural numbers. The smallest 2-digit natural number is 10. And what is the largest 2-digit natural number? 99. Now from 10 to 99, what are the numbers whose digits sum is 8? We have to pick up. Here the first number is 17, next is 26, 35, 44, 53, 62, 71 and 80. These are the numbers. These are the 2-digit natural numbers whose sum of the digits in each case, the sum of the digits is equal to 8. This is the list form or roster form. Third question is x such that x is a prime number which is a divisor of 60. Means in the list form you have to list out all the prime numbers that can divide 60. Now what are the prime numbers that can divide 60? 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, and 5 is another prime number. Of course, 4, 6, 10, 15, 20, 60 all can divide 60, but they are not prime numbers. Among all the divisors of 60, only 2, 3 and 5 can divide 60. And next question. The set of all letters in the word better. Now what is the spelling of better? B-E-T-T-E-R. Now while writing in list form, every element should be written only once. Even though you can find 2 T's and 2 E's, you have to write only one E and you have to write only one T. Therefore, the roster form of the set of letters in the word better is B-E-T-R. The next one is the different types of sets. The different types of sets. What are the different sets? The first is an empty set. Empty set means the set with no elements is called an empty set, which is also called as empty set is also called as a null set, and it is also called as an void set, and it is represented like this with free curly brackets or with this letter phi. You should read this as phi. Okay, an empty set means a set without elements, or a set with no elements is called an empty set. This is also called as null set, and it is also called as a void set. This empty set is represented by these curly brackets without any element or the letter phi. Example. Now what is an empty set? I may give an example. See here. A is equal to set x such that x is a negative natural number. Is there any negative natural number? No. Natural numbers may start from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are natural numbers. In the set of natural numbers, you cannot find any negative natural number. Therefore, there is no element belong to this set. Therefore, it is an empty set. Next is singleton set. Singleton set means a set with only one element is called singleton set. If in any set there is only one element, such set is called singleton set. For example, B is equal to set A. Here how many elements are there? Only one element A. Therefore, this set B is called singleton set. Another example, C is equal to set X such that X is an even prime number. The prime numbers may start from 2, 3, 5, 7 and so on. Out of all the prime numbers, only 2 is the even prime number. Therefore, there is only one element in this set. Therefore, it is a singleton set. And the third one is universal set. A set with all likely elements is called an universal set. A set with all likely elements is called an universal set. And this universal set is represented by U or mu. These two are used to represent an universal set. For example, if you consider the students in your school, the students in your school is a set. Now, at the time of Independence Day or some other sports day or some other sports events, our PD sir used to pick up some students as cricket team and some students as volleyball team and some other students as kabaddi team, like this. Now, whole set of students of the school is called as universal set. You can consider it as universal set. Now, the set of kabaddi players is a part of universal set. The set of cricket players is a part of universal set. The set of tenicoid players is a part of universal set. Therefore, if we consider the total set of students in a school is universal set, from this universal set you can pick up the remaining sets. Therefore, the set of students in the school is called universal set. Means a set with all likely elements is in universal set. From this universal set only we can list out the remaining sets. This universal set is represented by U, capital U or mu. In Venn diagram, this universal set may be represented with either square or rectangle. The next is finite set. If the number of elements is finite in any set, if the number of elements is finite or countable, such set is called finite set. For example, D is equal to set X such that X is an vowel. Now what are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. There are 5 vowels in English alphabet. You can count the number of vowels. Therefore, it is a finite set. Here X is such that X is a person on globe. You can count the population of the globe. Though it is a big number, a very big number, you can count the number of persons on the globe. Therefore, again it is a finite set. If it is countable, it is a finite set. And at the same time, I may say that an empty set is also a finite set, because you can count how many elements are there in an empty set. You can say how many elements are there in an empty set. In an empty set, the number of elements is 0. It is countable. Therefore, every empty set is a finite set. And the next is infinite set. The name itself indicates if the number of elements of a set is infinite, then it is called an infinite set. Example, n is equal to, n means natural numbers, is equal to set 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. There is no end. Therefore, it is called an infinite set. How many natural numbers are there? Infinite natural numbers are there. Therefore, there are infinite elements belong to this set. That's why it is called an infinite set. Take this example. S is equal to set X such that X is a star in the sky. You cannot count the number of stars in the sky. Therefore, it is infinite. Whereas you can count the number of persons on the globe. Therefore, it is finite. The next is subset. If every element of a set is also an element of another set, then the first set is subset to the second set. This I shall repeat. If every element of a particular set is also an element of another set, then the first set is said to be subset to the second set. If there are two sets, if all the elements of the first set are also elements of the second set, then you can say that the first set is subset to second set. I shall give an example. Here A is equal to set 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to set 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now you can observe every element of A is also an element of B. Every element or all elements of A are also elements of B. In such a case, you can say that set A is subset to B. A is subset to B. A is subset to B. Here, A is subset to B. You can represent like this. In set A, 1, 2, 3 are the elements, and in set B, 1, 2, 3 and 4 are the elements. Every element of A is also present in B. In such a case, you can say that the first set is subset to second set. Go for the universal set also. I previously gave an example. Universal set, we took the set of students of a school as universal set. And for this universal set, there are subsets like set of volleyball players, the set of cricket players, the set of kabaddi players, like this. The set of cricket players and the set of volleyball players and the set of kabaddi players are subsets to universal set. Therefore, every set is subset to universal set, and phi is also subset to every set. There are two important points you should note down. Every set is subset to its universal set. And the second point is empty set is subset to every set. The next point is, here as you know what is an empty set, what is a finite set and what is an infinite set, we will solve some questions. We can find which of the following are empty sets. Here is the first question. The set of straight lines passing through a point. The set of straight lines passing through a point. Through one point, how many straight lines you can draw? You can draw infinite number of straight lines passing through a point. Therefore, it is not an empty set. There are so many lines, there are so many elements belong to this set. Therefore, it is not an empty set. It is an infinite set, of course. Second bit, set of odd natural numbers divisible by 2. Now, what are the odd natural numbers that are divisible by 2? If you divide any number with 2, then it is an even number, not an odd number. The odd natural number, the least odd natural number is 1. The next odd natural number is 3, 5, 7 and so on. All these are odd natural numbers. If a number is not divisible by 2, then only it is an odd natural number. There is no natural number, there is no odd natural number that can be divisible by 2. Therefore, it is an empty set. There is no element that belong to this set. No odd number is divisible by 2. Next question, x is such that x is a natural number and the condition is x should be less than 5 and x should be greater than 7. The natural number should be less than 5 and at the same time you should be greater than 7. You should consider a natural number such that it should be less than 5 and greater than 7. It is again impossible. You cannot take a natural number which satisfies both the conditions at the same time. Therefore, it is an empty set. No natural number satisfies both the given conditions. Fourth question, x is such that x is a common point to any two parallel lines. If two parallel lines are there, then there is no common point. It may not intersect. The lines which are not intersecting, then only they are called parallel lines. Since the given two lines are parallel, there is no common point. Therefore, there is no element. Since there is no element, it is an empty set. Parallel lines cannot have a common point. Fifth question. Set of even prime numbers. Now, what are the even prime numbers? There is 2. 2 is an even number and at the same time it is a prime number. Therefore, there is an element in this set. Since there is an element, it is non-empty set because 2 is an even prime. Of course, it is a singleton set. As there is only one element in this set, it is singleton set and it is not an empty set. The next question is set of integers that lie between 2 and 3. Now, if we list out all the integers that lie between 2 and 3, you cannot write an integer in between 2 and 3. Therefore, again it is an empty set. There is no integer between 2 and 3. It is an empty set. And now, let us check whether the given sets are finite sets or infinite sets. In the first case, which of the following are finite sets and which of the following are infinite sets? First case, set of months in a year. You can count the number of months in a year. Of course, we know that there are 12 months. It is countable, number of months is countable. Therefore, it is a finite set. Next, the set of 1, 2, 3, so on, 99 and 100. You can count, there are 100 numbers. Therefore, it is a finite set. The set of primes less than 99. Again, you can count all the prime numbers that less than 99. Therefore, it is a finite set. And the set of multiples of 5. The set of multiples of 5, if you list out, it may start from 5. 5 ones, 5 twos, 5 threes, you have to write. 5 10, 15, 20, 25 and so on. There is no end. Therefore, it is an infinite set. The set of natural numbers greater than 10. Greater than 10 means these natural numbers may start from 11, 12, 13, 14 and there is no end. Therefore, again it is an infinite set. And the sixth bit is set of integers that between -1 and -2. If you list out the integers, there is no integer between -1 and -2. Therefore, you can count the number of integers that belong to this set. Of course, there are no integers means there are 0 integers. There are 0 elements in this set. Means you can count the number of elements. Therefore, it is a finite set. The next is write the subsets of the following sets. How to write subsets of a particular set? You can see now. Here, B is equal to set PQ. In this set B, there are 2 elements. Now, what are the different subsets? I previously explained what is a subset. The subset means every element of a particular set should be an element of the second set. Then the first set is a subset of the second set. And I also mentioned that an empty set is always subset to every set. Therefore, we took an empty set first. Subsets of B is equal to an empty set. Next, set containing only the first element P. Next, the set containing only the second element Q. And the next is the set containing all the 2 elements PQ. These are the different sets which are subsets to given set B. I shall repeat. I have given a set B with elements P, Q. We are asked to find or we are asked to list out all the subsets of the set B. Of course, we know that an empty set is subset to every set. Therefore, write an empty set first of all. Next, set containing the first element, that is set P, set Q, set both the elements PQ. If set B contains 2 elements, then the number of subsets is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Second bit, C is equal to set X, Y, Z. Then the possible subsets of C is equal to first an empty set, next set with first element X, set with second element Y, set with third element Z. You see, empty set, set of first element, set of second element, set of third element. We took only 1 element each. Later you take 2 elements like that. Set of XY, set YZ, set XZ. You see, first an empty set, set X, set Y, set of Z, set of XY, set of YZ, set of XZ, and at last list out all elements, set X, Y, Z. Now, how many subsets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. If a set contains 3 elements, then the number of possible subsets is equal to 8. If a set contains 2 elements, then the number of possible subsets is equal to 4. From this, you can conclude that the number of subsets of a set with n elements is equal to 2 power n. If a set contains 2 elements, then the number of subsets is 2 square, 4. If a set contains 3 elements, the number of subsets is equal to 2 cube. 3 elements means 2 cube. Therefore, 8 subsets. If a set contains 4 elements, then number of subsets is 2 power 4. Similarly, if a set contains n elements, then the number of subsets of a set with n elements is equal to 2 power n. And you should also note down that every set is subset to itself and empty set is subset to every set. Thank you one and all.